As you approach the age of 25, anxiety hits. What's on the other side? Turning 25 years old is a big milestone. A milestone that comes with major life decisions that you're not ready to make. I get it. But having been 25 and having met quarter-life crisis face to face, I can assure you this. Life after 25 is richer, fuller, and stronger than you can imagine. For some of us, not all of us. Life may still feel like a crisis past 25. Some people don't find their way forward until long after. Others may never get over the fact that they're growing older and life is constantly changing. So the question is, how can we approach turning 25? How to overcome your quarter-life crisis? There is a running theme that other young adults and I experienced with our quarter-life crisis. First, you may feel like you're racing against the clock. It's too late to get another degree. They have a great job, run marathons, and travel the world. Why am I so behind? Everyone is getting married. I'm running out of time. I know these thoughts. I've had them. And to be clear, I am privileged. I've hit social milestones that people are desperately praying for. And I'm eternally grateful for that. But as a young, restless 20-something, I've also wanted more. More time, more money, more health, more success. More. But then, when will it be enough? Milestones, achievements, statuses, they may look appealing, but come with trade-offs. If you spend your time on your career, maybe your love life suffers. If you chase exotic adventures, your future might feel uncertain. If you have it all, house, car, family, career, travels, how much time and energy are you really investing in each of them? You don't have the time and energy to do more or be more. You can only be yourself. But being yourself sometimes feel like having nothing to show, like you're not good enough. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're not doing enough. More specifically, you're not doing you enough. Whose lives are you living? How many choices do you make for just you? Not because it's good or it's right, but it's you. Do you know who you want to be? What kind of life you want to live? When I asked myself those questions, I realized, no, I don't want to be someone who has everything. I want to be resilient. I want to be soft and strong and bold and true to myself at any moment. I want to be brave in the face of hardships, to overcome, to enjoy, and feel grateful in any situation I'm in. Mind, eyes, and heart open. I want to be someone who is okay with having less, because if you can't be happy with less, you won't be happy with more. Still, it's fair to want more. It's a human game. You can always have more, but not all at once, not right now, and that's okay. Believe it or not, you have time. You are on time. You are right where you need to be for the life that you want. Remember, today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you ever be again. The life you want is still waiting for you, even past 25, 30, 60, or beyond. And then, after struggling with time pressure, if you're lucky, you realize that you don't need to race against anyone. And that's when you start finding your own path. Where am I going? Am I where I'm supposed to be? What if I'm meant for something else? You start questioning big life decisions. Think I picked the wrong degree, the wrong job, maybe I made a mistake. Should I move? Will this relationship last? I don't know what to do. At the beginning of this year, I planned to make a video about how I felt to be 25. So that didn't happen, but a lot of other things did. I guess that's what being in your 20s feels like. You're hopeful, ambitious, and full of goals. But no matter how detailed your life plan is, something goes wrong. And it sucks for a moment. You might feel helpless. But honestly, who are we to say we know better than what life has planned for us? The truth is, no one knows what they're doing. You can look back on your life and make sense of the past, but the future is uncertain. You think a plan gives you control, but life doesn't care about what you want. It gives you what you need. We're all wandering through a dreamy forest. Most of us think we know exactly where we're going, but the map we're following wasn't drawn by us. It was handed down by family, culture, and society. We convince ourselves it's our path. We follow it, and we mistake comfort for truth. The forest feels familiar, but in reality, we're half awake, moving through a dream. In that case, you being lost is a good thing. It means you've woken up. You're no longer sleepwalking. Being lost is being true to your bare naked self in the situation right now. To be lost is to be in the present. It may feel confusing or even uncomfortable, but trust me, give yourself a lot of time to sit with it. Eventually, clarity comes. You may realize that you're on the wrong path, and then you can renew yourself. You choose how to live your life, you make choices for yourself, or you may like where you're going and live with more intention. So when you feel lost, don't fight it. Let it move through you. Because if you use this moment right, if you reflect, embrace, and allow things to unfold, the next step you take will be the truest thing you've ever done. But if you resist feeling lost, you keep sleepwalking. Only now there's a quiet voice in the back of your mind whispering it could be different. You could actually live. As you get more comfortable with uncertainty, you're greeted with even bigger questions about your identity, purpose, and the meaning of life itself. Who am I? Why am I here? What does it all mean? Anyone at any age can have an existential crisis, but it hits hard in your 20s. So far, you've done everything right, ticking off the boxes. Getting good grades, you fitted in with peers, graduated high school, got a degree, you started a career, and then what comes next? Is this all my life will amount to? And sometimes the questions get too loud and you get pushed down to the bottom of the pit. You shut down and think everything is meaningless. For me, I've had my fair share of those moments when I was 19, 20, 21, 22, 33. Existential crisis is relentless. I started thinking about meaning early. I think it was because when I came to Canada, I had so much time to explore and to learn. And as my mind expanded, so did my fears. I wanted to be so much more than just myself. What if I'm not meant for greatness? What if my parents expect me to be better? And then, when all hopes fail, it hits. Nothing I do matters in the grand scheme of things. So, why bother? You see, we're conditioned to believe that we're meant for greatness. Maybe we are. But the opposite is also true. Maybe you won't leave a legacy or change the world. Maybe you have no bigger life purpose, and that's okay. It's more than okay. Because what we forget is that there's so much more in life to enjoy than just being someone. The color of the skies when the sun sets, the sounds of leaf, meaningless get-togethers with friends, talking about nothing and everything at once, just the quiet gaps in conversations with the people you love, the anticipation of a good big event, the smell of fresh baked goods, rainbows after the rain, kind exchanges between strangers on a street, elderly couples holding hands, you spending hours creating something so useless to the world, but it means so much to you creatively. Are you making another person smile by giving them a compliment or giving them a hand? These little things could be your meaning. Your meaning can change every day, every moment. And yes, everything is meaningless because what you're focusing on means nothing to you. So find what's meaningful to you. Create your own meanings. Write your own story. Even then, existential crises can creep up on you once in a while. This is not something you solve once and forget. It's ongoing. But there are ways to work around this. So here are some things anyone could do to prevent and overcome an existential crisis. Learn about the flow state and find your flow. Studies have shown that when you're in the zone doing something you love, painting, coding, running, cooking, the brain remains fully absorbed and engaged in the task, increasing your motivation and giving you a sense of well-being. As they say, an idle mind is the devil's playground. Flow is a way to discover yourself and to lose yourself, to lose the incessant doubts and worries. Learn what meditation is and practice it. In meditation, you're not losing yourself in an activity. You're merely returning to your nature, empty, clear, centered, learning to be as you are, not thinking, not doing. Practice to be comfortable with discomfort. Yourself is not made up of all rainbows and butterflies. To feel the emotions, to sit with all parts of you, the difficult, the emotional, the confused, is to embrace the whole self. And how can you do that? You learn to feel safe in your body. Your body feels things, and your mind makes up the narrative to go with it. When you feel unsafe, your mind runs rampant. Practice things like focusing on your breathing, movements, and other grounding exercises. Learning to be aware of your body tensions and what calms them to ease the overthinking. Practice gratitude and learn to enjoy every moment a little bit more. Again, there's a lot to enjoy in life. Shift your perspective to those things. Instead of hating on how your body looks, you can thank it for being strong and carrying you through the day. Instead of blaming the late bus, you can enjoy how you gain a few minutes just to breathe, or be grateful that the driver is doing their best in a safe manner. Get creative. You don't need to be happy-go-lucky every day. Just improve 1% of your day. The small shifts add up. And there you go. Only a few things. Take them to heart and practice daily. Or don't. After all, it's your own life. You get to choose what you do. I trust that you'll be okay, even when you're going through the thick of it. Because I went through it, and a lot of people have gone through it. Midlife crisis, quarter-life crisis, existential crisis, they are a natural part of life. Through them, we only grow stronger, thicker, and more certain about ourselves. So let yourself enjoy this moment in time just a bit more, because soon enough, this too shall pass. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. Goodbye for now.